Thank you for boarding the Good Pod Guide flight GPG 6084. So recently my friends have been really cussing me, and anyone who has any kind of personal connection to my social circle will find that to be completely unsurprising, because a lot of my friendships are built on a sort of mutual ridicule of each other. But I've been getting particular heat recently because it's come to light that there are some gaping holes in my classic film knowledge. So here are a few films I haven't seen, like It's a Wonderful Life, Star Wars, all of them except for the first one, which I have seen, When Harry Met Sally, all of the Godfather films, and the list kind of goes on. But I've decided I'm going to tackle it. So I've started my list. It's there. If there are classic films that I should definitely watch, you can help me build my list. Tweet me and let me know, and I'll check them out. And if I hate them, I'll block you or send you some of the abuse that I would usually direct solely towards my friends. So I'm at _Lauren_Celeste. Hit me up. Let me know what I've got to be watching. I'm going to be embarking on it this week. So I really want to know your recommendations. And talking of recommendations, I've got one for you. Today we're talking about the podcast We're Alive. And I've just realized in my notes, I've called this We're Alice. And it's not called We're Alice. I can only imagine that would be a very different podcast. So We're Alive. Very definitely We're Alive. It's a zombie apocalypse survival audio drama. Yes, you heard that right. What I like about it is it's the first acted podcast that we've reviewed. And obviously we've done story podcasts, but they're all documentaries, even if sometimes they do feel a bit fictiony and a bit dramatic. This story centers around Army Reserve soldier Michael Cross and the other survivors of this apocalypse. And they have to team up to survive the zombies, but also the other terrors in a post-apocalyptic LA. There are some big tense moments, like when they first come into contact with the undead. So here's a little quote from that moment. I'm going to try and do it in a tense actor voice. The first time I saw them, I froze. Something inside me told me not to move. The group of them moved past me to the man that was holding his horn behind me. Their bodies were littered with scars and bruises, and their eyes were glazed over. The way the news described it said these people were mad. But from what I saw, they didn't seem like people at all. That's not the accent that they read in, but I just wanted to really add my own flavor to it. This has kept going for a while now. So there are 6 seasons, 160 episodes in total. Obviously, it is a story, so you want to start from the beginning and work your way through. It's got serious Walking Dead vibes, another thing that I actually haven't watched, but I understand the concept and have been reassured it's got those vibes by other members of the Good Pod Guide team, particularly in the climax of season 1. It is tense and it is gripping and it is really atmospheric. It must have taken them a lot to pull this together. It's creepy. Felix, who you've met, we've chatted to before on the Good Pod Guide team, did point out that as he was listening to it, he had to check behind himself all the time to make sure that no zombies were following him. There's also decent character development and there's strong writing. Fans love it so much that some of the subsequent seasons were funded by fans through a Kickstarter campaign. And there's also a fan cast to discuss each episode. As I said plenty of times before, horror is not my genre on the whole. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, but this is really well done. So you might want to check it out. In the next episode, I embrace one of the 3 forbidden topics for every dinner party: religion. The other 2 topics are, of course, politics and Katie Price and Peter Andre's breakup. For more info on the Good Pod Guide, check out the show notes. Also, subscribe, and leave a positive review. It makes a big difference.